Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Chef Yusuf show, where we learn to cook the Islamic way. Today we're going to prepare salmon fish with some noodles. This is something I want to teach you when you are traveling, when you are going to college, or when you are out of town. We don't have our tools, we don't have our the professional knives. We have like simple knives, like butter knives like this. So what can we prepare when we are in a vacation? What can we prepare? Should we just throw in the towel and just go to a restaurant, or maybe a fast food restaurant? No, what I want to show you today is you can prepare a lot of things by using simple and shortcuts and simple methods, especially for college students. This is something really good for them. When they go to college, they have a few kitchen utensils and a few things that they can use, but they can make an awesome and amazing meal. For my pot, I do have a non-stick. You can use whatever pot. We're gonna put some oil, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with frying the fish, or you can start frying the onions if you have some onions. So I do have one vegetable or a few vegetables that you want to add. This is an example of whatever you like. If you like some broccoli, you can add some broccoli. If you like some shallots, if you like some maybe celery, you can go ahead and do that. I do have half an onion here. And regarding the noodles, I did find that these products that you can buy, especially for college students, especially when you're traveling, they are very useful. And the thing about these products, let me show you here. The cool thing about these products that they come with their own soy sauce and their own flavor packet. Now this is really interesting. So we have some peppers here and a little bit of shrimp, right? So this is a shrimp flavor, of course. All right, so we don't waste a lot of time. We'll go ahead and add some boiling water first. And we have our pan up. We have some fat here. We'll go ahead and put the noodles inside and leave this for a few minutes. Now the thing is with when it comes to salmon, and this is something I found out when we travel. We usually, when we go to vacation, we go toward the places where there are oceans and water places, because this is where the human like to go to vacation to, right? So when we go to these places, they do have a fresh fish market where you can buy the fish from the fishermen, right? And they will cut it for you. It doesn't have an expiration date. You take it, and this is one of the things that you can do when you're traveling. Go and buy your protein directly from the fishermen, and it's the freshest fish you can ever find. The other thing is, especially with college students, every time there is a college, usually, because the college is when somebody goes to college, he doesn't have a lot of money because of tuition and everything. They have an inexpensive grocery store in the Midwest region. We do have a place called Aldi's, and they do sell salmon fillets like this packet, and it's like much, the price is even lower than beef, or it's like $3.99 or $4.99 a pound of salmon fish, right? And which is more amazing about this is excellent for Muslim students, because they don't have to worry about the halal and zabiha thing. So we'll just go ahead and we'll buy the fish itself and we'll eat fish. Now this is how the packet comes. We'll go ahead and cut it open. And maybe you want to wash it. Let's go ahead and wash this. All right, after we wash it, maybe we'll cut it in the middle like this. So we have two pieces, enough for one person. So we'll go ahead and fry those we'll go ahead and fry those when the oil is hot. How do we know the oil is hot? Well, it gives us the indicator that it is about to burn. And when you see these when you see these legs on the oil, it's about right. So we'll go ahead and add the salmon, and of course we have a non-stick. So just remember, if you do have the stainless steel, it might stick immediately. So you want to add maybe a little bit more fat, and you might want to, don't move it, let it fry all the way until it browns, so you can just go ahead and flip them. In the meantime, the noodles are breaking apart. Let's go ahead and break them now. Okay, and if you have any vegetable, if you're able to buy any vegetable, this will be recommended. It will add more taste. I do have half an onion. I do have some of the broccoli, just to give you an example that we can add a vegetable, right? So I don't have my professional knife here, so I have one of the hotel knives that it comes. So we'll go ahead and use those just to give you an example on how we can prepare an awesome and delicious meal using simple items, right? Now regarding the onions, yeah, we can fry the onions before we fry the fish if you want your onion to be a softer side. Me personally, anything with noodles, I like to have it a little bit not all the way cooked, a little bit undercooked, right? So we'll go ahead and slice the onions as thin as we can. Okay, so while the fish is cooking on one side right here, see, I can slide these, right? When it comes to if it's stainless steel, you cannot slide them like this. So we do have a space to fry the other ingredients. We'll go ahead and fry some onions on the other side. And we'll go ahead and add some of the broccoli, right? So it does come with soy sauce. It comes with the powder seasoning, and this is good thing because we can invest in this. Because you know, if we don't have our pantry, we don't have our sauces, we don't have our things that we want to season this. So these things come very, very handy, and it is one of the things that we can do when we are traveling or we are out of town, right? If you want to use some hot sauces like these packets from the fast food, you can grab those. It will be also good. Also, if you want to go ahead and salt in the salmon, I forgot to do it actually. We should have salted and put a little bit of pepper maybe. Okay, for me salmon, you know, I have a hot stove. I have an electric stove actually, but it usually tends to be brown and really nice within 2 minutes, right? And there is actually a way to do this. When you cook the protein, when you see the white start to cook approximately 70%, this is where you want to flip it, and you flip it and you cook the other for 25 or 20%, right? So this is the way to do it. The way when we are cooking on the internet, or when you're giving a class like this, we'll just say 2 minutes on high heat. We'll go ahead and flip them, and you can see they are really brown and nice. Opa. So we'll go ahead and cook the other side. So what happens when we cook protein with oil, with fat? You know, we have some bits and pieces, fragments of the protein that's on the bottom of the pan. So this is what is going to give us the most flavor. So what we want to do, we're going to add liquid on top of that, so we can go ahead and, you know, make a really nice sauce that goes with the salmon, inshallah. All right, so when the salmon is about done, get yourself a plate, maybe the hotel plate or just any plate. So what I want to do, I want to remove the salmon, because when I want to add the noodles, I don't want to crumble everything. So I want to make it really a nice fillet piece that I want to see if you can see how nice and brown and golden from both sides it is. So we'll go ahead and remove this. If you feel it's a little bit undercooked, go ahead and leave it cooking. Okay, we have our salmon out. Just in the meantime now, according to if you have boiling water, this should be just a little bit undercooked. It should be, but if it's cooked all the way, don't worry about it. We'll go ahead and add it with the onions. Now the cool thing about this is, don't worry when you put it, don't worry if there was water coming with the noodles. You know, we want that. We want the water to dissolve the fragments on the bottom of the pan, the fragments from the salmon, right? So this is not gonna take a lot of cooking. So we're gonna go ahead, maybe lower our heat. This is basically done. All we wanna do now is just gonna go ahead and add the seasoning that came with. If you do have some soy sauce packet like this from a restaurant, from a Chinese restaurant, we'll go ahead and add those as well. And this is really the nicest thing and the quickest thing you can do, especially in a dorm or in a restaurant, not a restaurant, but in a hotel environment, where you don't have a lot of appliances. And now if you have spicy things and all of these things, that really nice thing, if you want to put it, go ahead and put it. So if you buy the packet, you know, if you read the instructions, I think it says you put water and you put it in the microwave. You know, you can make something much better and much more delicious and much more nutritional, of course, as well. So I'll go ahead. You can, if you want to put the salmon back, so you know the sauces can mix together. Maybe take a little bit of the soy sauce. We'll go ahead, keep it. If the noodles are undercooked, go ahead and cook them a little bit. If it needs more moisture, go ahead and add some maybe water, maybe some broth. And all we have to do is go ahead and plate them. Okay, Bismillah, I present to you, I guess this is Japanese noodles with some salmon fish that was prepared with easy and simple ingredients, not complicated. Very good in Ramadan times when you don't want to have a lot of time to waste in the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed today's meal. Talk to you next time. Hope you learned something today. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.